Good morning, students. This is a biology class of standard 10. It is a life process. What does the word life process mean? Actually, it is the basic function which is being performed by all the organisms. And what comes under the basic functions? It is your growth, it is the maintenance, it is the repair of the cell, it is the reproduction, it is the stimuli. Everywhere we find it all are the part of life process. To do all these activities, the living organism requires energy, and from where the energy gets? Energy is obtained by an organism using the diet. Diet is the sum total of food that an organism consumes. Diet is especially for the heterotropic nutrition, means animals. It totally depends on the area and climatic conditions. The food habit of the organism changes according to the region because the climatic conditions of the area also changes. The process of taking in food, utilizing the food for getting the energy, it is called nutrition. Food को लेना, and that food is utilized to release energy. This process is called nutrition, which is applicable in all type of living organism. Then the nutritions that we are considering, it can be classified. Nutrition, it may be grouped into the two categories. One is autotropic nutrition, another one is heterotropic nutrition. Nutrition has been classified or divided into two groups. One is autotropic nutrition, another one is heterotropic nutrition. It is on the mode of taking the food. Auto, as the name suggests, it is automatically prepared. It is prepared by the organism. When an organism prepares their food by using the simple inorganic substance, you have to pay attention. The simple inorganic substance like carbon dioxide, water, mineral salt in the presence of sunlight. Carbon dioxide, water and mineral salt in the presence of sunlight to produce the food, to produce the glucose, which is the simplest food, simplest carbohydrate. जो simplest carbohydrate है ग्लूकोज है, कौन प्रिपेयर करता है? It is being prepared by the green plants. And in heterotropic nutrition, these organisms do not prepare their own food from the simple inorganic substance. They depends on directly or indirectly on the autotrophs. What do you mean by the directly and indirectly? Directly, if we are talking about the herbivores, and indirectly if we are talking about the carnivores, and also the omnivorous depends directly as well as indirectly. So heterotropic nutrition is available in those organisms which obtain their food directly or indirectly from the autotrophs, or we can say from the green plants. Today we will discuss about the autotropic mode of nutrition. What are the autotropic mode of nutrition? In the autotropic mode of nutrition, we have known that plants have the two types of tissues. One is xylem, another one is phloem. One is responsible for the conducting of water and mineral salt from the roots to the leaves. Roots से leaves तक. Xylem is the tissue which is present in the middle of the stem. It is responsible for the transportation of water and mineral salt from roots to the leaves. And phloem is the tissue which is responsible for the distribution of prepared food, that is the glucose, from the leaves to the different parts of the tree. Glucose is instantly used, and the rest glucose is stored by the plant in the form of a starch for the further use. And whatever grains or seeds that we are using, it is the stored food. To make it, we have to go for the few things, which are the salt. Then we take, it is nitrate, nitrate salt, phosphate, and sulfate. Why these salts are necessary, or these salts are required? These salts are required for the synthesis of protein. It synthesizes carbohydrate to protein. That these salts are required. From where these salts are getting? From the roots. Means these salts are actually dissolved in water, and when it gets dissolved in water, it is being carried from the roots. Now questions comes, how from the roots these water molecules including the salt moves to the tip. The tissue is responsible, and the xylem tissue sucking force is created. That will go when we'll go for the structure of the leaf. In the structure of the leaf, on the lower surface of the leaf, a stomata is present. And what is it? Through which it is a tiny pores through which exchange of gases as well as transpiration take place. Exchange of gases for what purpose? Exchange of gases required for the purpose of photosynthesis, carrying out the photosynthesis, and also transpiration means it exit or expel the water molecules, and when it expel the water molecules, it creates a sucking force. When you people take the water or the soft drink using the straw pipe, and what happens to the straw pipes? A sucking force is created when we suck it. A sucking force is created in the pipe, straw pipe, and it makes the soft drink or water to rise. The same thing happens in the plant. Sucking force is created through the leaves when the transpiration takes place. Carbon dioxide, from where the carbon dioxide comes? Carbon dioxide is coming from the atmosphere. The raw materials for the photosynthesis, the raw materials for the photosynthesis is carbon dioxide, water plus mineral salt. Which are the mineral salt that we have discussed? These are the mineral salt. ये कहाँ से आएगा? It is coming from the roots by the process of osmosis. Osmosis क्या हो गया? Movement of water from the higher concentration to the lower concentration. Inside the roots, the water concentration is less. Outside the root, it is water concentration is more. So water move from the region of higher concentration to the region of lower concentration. And since sucking force has already been created, so start the root side. From outside, through the stomata, carbon dioxide gas is taken in. Now, if we have got thread, it says that 6 molecules of carbon dioxide, 6 molecules of carbon dioxide reacts with 6 molecules of water to release 1 molecules of plus 6 molecules of oxygen, which is released in the atmosphere. It is a simple equations to understand it. How 1 molecules of glucose is prepared. For the preparation of 1 molecules of glucose, 6 molecules of carbon dioxide and 6 molecules of water is required. But in actually it is not the 6 CO2, it is a 12 H2O, and that 12 H2O, 12 molecules, it combines again to form the water, and water is released in the form of transpiration, and the water is released in the form of transpiration, means water vapor. It creates the sucking force. Is it clear? To understand the simple equation of photosynthesis, what happens in the photosynthesis? The 6 molecules of carbon dioxide combines with the 6 molecules of water to form 1 molecule of glucose. And oxygen, 6 molecules of oxygen is done, it is as the byproduct, and when it is the byproduct, it is thrown as the best waste जो उसके लिए यूज नहीं है, बाहर छोड़ देता है, जो ऑर्गेनिज्म के लिए ये इंपॉर्टेंट बन जाता है टू ब्रीथ इन. Now where the photosynthesis take place? Photosynthesis take place inside the leaf. अब लीफ का आएंगे, क्या क्या होगा लीफ में. Few structures. If you see, it is the cross sections of the leaf, and this is the thickness of the leaf. कटिंग कर दिया, कटिंग करने के बाद ये आ गया. अब हमको ये देखना what happens over here. What happens over here? We find here the 4 layers has been formed. If we make it, Then there are the four levels. This is a mesophil. Mesophil is further divided into two parts. One is palisade and spongy. ये जो है क्यूटिकल, ये पार्ट एयर स्पेस, guts. If we see the cross section of the leaf, we find all these things are happening here. This is a mesophil, contains the chloroplast, which is the site of photosynthesis. In chlorophyll element that is found, it is your magnesium. Only one element is found, that is a magnesium. The gases, it is a air space. There is no air space, lesser air space. Air space, that's due to air space, is becomes the sponge. And ये जो parts है guard cell, it controls the amount of gases as well as exchange of gases as well as the transpiration is being controlled by the guard cell. Now this air space, in this air space, the photosynthesis takes place. Carbon dioxide gas has entered into it, and water has also coming to the leaves through the metarribes and other parts. Sunlight is coming. In sunlight, the visible light is made up of 7 colors. इसमें से जो आपको आएगा, ये आपका रेड है, ये है ब्लू, ग्रीन. The maximum red and blue is observed in each plants. There are chlorophyll of types A and B absorbs red and blue. Green colors is absorbed in the negligible quantity. Since most of the green light is reflected, so leaves looks green in color. Now what happens? This solar energy, this first part that the palisade, it is transparent and allow the most of the light to enter in from here. It allow the most of the light to enter into it. ये इसमें जो ऊपर वाला पार्ट है इसमें almost few chlorophyll or no chlorophyll is present. Light is entering. It means this chlorophyll in the palisade. What is the work of palisade? It converts the light energy into the chemical energy. It absorbs the light. We can see it is a light dependent reaction. In this part, what happens? The light energy is absorbed and it is converted. Now, what does light energy do? First, the light energy, it photolyzes water. It goes to plus 4 electrons. It is broken down into hydrogen and oxygen. When electron is released, this electron is used as the energy to combine with to convert ADP into ATP. Oxygen has no use and it is released as the byproduct, waste product throughout the lips. This hydrogen combines with the carbon dioxide to convert it into glucose. Means the reduced reaction has been taking place. In carbon dioxide, what is added? Hydrogen is added to form the glucose that we have written. What we have written, so it is said that in the 6CO2 plus 6H2O, it gives C6H12O6 plus 6O2. This glucose is prepared. Preparation of glucose in the plant is the light independent reaction, or we can say it is a dark reaction. In the light dependent reaction, the solar energy is absorbed and is converted. It means we have got a simple structure of the leaf and how the process of photosynthesis is taken place. Rate of photosynthesis also depends on the concentration of carbon dioxide as well as the temperature. Concentration of carbon dioxide and the temperature. If the both the concentration of carbon dioxide and temperature, if high temperature and high concentration of CO2, rate of photosynthesis is maximum. Temperature, low temperature and high concentration of CO2, and here is low temperature and low. It means the rate of photosynthesis depends on the concentration of carbon dioxide and the temperature. If both is high, it means rate of photosynthesis would be more. लेकिन वहाँ limitation है. How much limitation should be? If the temperature goes beyond the 40 degree Celsius, then the rate of photosynthesis reduces. And if the temperature is less than 10 degrees Celsius, again the rate of photosynthesis reduced. Temperature comes below the 6 degree, then you can say no photosynthesis taking place or very negligible. It means the ideal conditions. 30 to 35 degree is considered the most ideal conditions for the rate of photosynthesis. So we have got the rate of photosynthesis. What happens in the process of photosynthesis? In the photosynthesis, 6 molecules of carbon dioxide combines with the 6 molecule of hydrogen to prepare 1 molecule of glucose, and oxygen is released out as the waste product or byproduct. When it is released in the atmosphere, then it is used by the animals. But the extra carbon dioxide that water molecules has been used. It is released in the form of water which creates the sucking force. What happens inside the leaf? Because leaf use 2 basic color of white light. You say that it is taking place in the white light, 2 basic color. It is the red and the blue. And green is negligible used. It is released into the atmosphere. It means we have got till the photosynthesis. Now, in another video, we will discuss the another features, another factors of the photosynthesis.